Ladies and gents, welcome to Six Figs. I'm Kyle. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Dfinity's internet computer, what I'm up to, because I've got some crazy stuff going on. I've been away for like 2 or 3 weeks traveling, filming for the upcoming Internet Computer Community Conference. I'm making a documentary about how I was able to discover that FTX was hosing projects like FTX and Ronin Network at the launch. And basically, this is going to be like an origin documentary that dates back to how I actually got involved with ICP. Because I feel like if I wouldn't have ever gotten involved with ICP, of course, I would have never found what I did. And there could be a lot more problems for Dfinity and the internet computer. So without further ado, I've been out with Crypto Wendio in LA. Couple weeks back, we were out there for about a week, sat down and filmed with her for a day. Awesome person. I owe so much to this woman. It's not even funny. But she is just a wonderful influence in my life. And she's a great advocate for crypto, things like that. So make sure you guys give her a follow. And I'm going to tell you guys that she was very instrumental early on, as far as I'm concerned, getting me involved with ICP 2 years ago plus. So, you know, I flew down Bitcoin Renegade from Seattle to LA. We also sat down with him. So that was great to finally meet him in person. I was out in Las Vegas last week with Ben Armstrong because you guys know he was heavily involved in helping to save Dfinity's reputation and identity and things like that. Help clear the name of at the launch. So, you know, Ben, one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. I guarantee you that. Jordan Mack, one of my best friends from Nervos Network, was very instrumental in the early days of me and my information discovery, things like that. I needed somebody that I could trust to bounce this information off of, right? Because it was very, very damning. So yeah, this was an amazing few trips. We rented a chopper, went and looked out at the Vegas Strip, things like that. Flew around Vegas. It was pretty cool. But we also, folks, had some crazy stuff go down. I was supposed to interview this guy out in Tokyo, Japan, last September when I was out there, and somehow he found out that I was doing interviews for this documentary, probably follows my Twitter handle. And this guy told me a whole bunch of stuff months and months and months ago, that what FTX and Alameda was doing. This guy is one of the best hackers and has the best hacker team in the world, and we had to keep him anonymous. I don't know who this guy is, but check out this trailer. I knew what I knew and how FTX is like crooked and washing out exchanges, protect Sam's investments and FTX and Alameda's investments, primarily in the Solana, ecosystem. But like when it comes to Celsius, like I had nothing concrete. It was just rumors, but you have something to talk about with that.
The Celsius crash, FTX and Alameda. The large percentage of the trades on FTX were fake. They were not real.
But like I said, I don't know who this guy is, but I was able to verify that he was providing me with correct information, and his colleagues were too. There's one thing that I'm going to kind of keep an eye on as far as like the next thing to dive into. Decentralized science. Now, I have been looking at like CryoDAO and like a couple other projects. So I think that this is a frontier that's worth exploring in the cryptoverse, simply because like there is a lot of trust, or I shouldn't say, there is a lot of lack of trust when it comes to decentralized or to traditional finance. That's why people turn to decentralized finance, DeFi, right? I think that like as far as I'm concerned, there is a lot of mistrust in the medical institutions and agendas, at least in the United States. The care is very good, and the doctors and medical professionals, the nurses, all those people are all A+. Like, they are very good at what they do. So this isn't a knock on them. It's the profit machine that has corrupted medical institution, things like that. So I couldn't help but to think when I saw this post by Binance, you know, people are going to eventually lose trust and start to lose trust in the current medical systems. Now, I don't have an opinion on the whole vaccination situation. It's not for this channel, but I do know that there's a lot of people out there that have really kind of changed as far as their perspectives go on like motives and things like that from a lot of these healthcare providers, a lot of these medicine companies like Pfizer and whatever. So, I mean, to kind of see this happen, we could be at the very beginning of something really cool. So it might not hurt to pick a couple horses and do your own research to figure out what's going on there. Maybe you can get a good project, get in super cheap, and just wait it out for a few years. Dfinity, March is gearing up to be an epic month for ICP with a record number. Cycle burn. So cycles basically, since ICP is a reverse gas model, meaning you can use the dApps and things like that for free, the developers, they basically on the back end load the application with these things called cycles. Now this allows for transactions to happen, and the developers will recoup their money in some way, some sort, either through market making tax, spreads, things like that. This is very interesting. We'll cover that. Ricardo, 3 billion blocks. Let the countdown begin. He dropped this yesterday? 2 or 3 days ago. Okay. And so really we're seeing ICP get close. I did record. I've got a recording somewhere. I stayed up when ICP hit that 1 billion block mark and I recorded that. So it's very cool to see it now. It's about to hit 3 billion blocks. But total canister state, almost 4 tebibytes, which is about 4 terabytes, which is crazy to think that 4 terabytes of data is being stored on chain. If this was Ethereum, this would be billions of dollars per year. Solana, hundreds of thousands. AVAX, the same thing. But we're seeing internet identities just absolutely continue to climb. We're seeing smart contracts climb. This is all time, folks. 400,000 plus smart contracts living and breathing, working on ICP. 5,200 transactions per second. And what's really cool is somebody out there is building some crazy dApps right now. How do I know this? Usually when you see these sharp spikes, it's when they're testing the programs and the applications, things like that. So yeah, ICP is looking very good. It's up about 3.5% on the day. We're still up 132% on the year. We're down 11% on the week. But I just want to remind you guys that the last bull market, the amount of pullbacks that were like 10 to 30%, it was like 30 or 40 pullbacks. From the bottom to the top. So, I mean, we can't go up forever. Bitcoin, folks, this is the daily chart. I suggested that if this plays out, that we see Bitcoin kind of move like this and create a ascending triangle. Next year, 2025, we're going to see this thing absolutely rip off. Of course, I would love to see it just blast up right now. Who wouldn't? But it is what it is. On the weekly chart, Bitcoin's still at 92 points for the RSI. So, I mean, it's still very much overbought on the weekly. On the daily, it's at 62 points. So I do think that, we'll have to wait and see what exactly happens really after the halving. And I've seen some rumors that it was going to happen, the halving around 420. That's right, baby. So there is some crazy stuff going on there. So Bitcoin dominance, we are seeing this buildup of an ascending triangle here. So I am hoping to see this execute here in the coming months. So with that said, there's a few things that I just want to talk about here. First one is Syncus. I've been talking about this project now for a few months. When I first started telling you guys about Syncus, it was at 0.0035, somewhere in here. And this thing has ended up running up to about 8 cents, 8.5 cents, or about 2,200%. Now, full disclosure, I made about $14,000 off this. It was absolutely crazy. But I'm still holding a couple 100,000 sync tokens, and I'm looking to see if we actually can climb back up. There is also another Syncus chart here on MEXC, so we're going to just pull that up. So right now, one of the things that I've been kind of watching Syncus is that it's got this falling wedge here. So I am hoping that we see Syncus start ripping back up. I would love to see something like an ascending triangle or something like that form here. You know, maybe something, whoops, bear with me, dropped the wrong, oh my goodness, dropped the wrong trend line. So of course, I would like to see, you know, something like this occur, and I would love to see price kind of do one of these and then start ripping upwards. But we'll just have to wait and see what's happening. There could be an opportunity for a cup and handle. I did create a video on Syncus, so check it out at the end screens and play at your own risk. This is the casino coin that I've been playing around with. So ICP, let's get it. So ICP, folks, I've been kind of tracking here. And let me know in the comments if you guys want me to provide updates via Twitter if I can't make it to do these types of videos. So I've been kind of tracking ICP. I think that it could be in this ascending triangle, possibly. We've also got some GON fans here, and you can see how well ICP has been respecting these GON fans. So if we see ICP kind of wiggle its way back up to this 15-cent-ish level and maybe back down to the $13 level, this thing could go on a nice little ripper. And I do think that $24 to $27 might be the resistance going forward with ICP. So that will be kind of the level that I'm looking for to see if it can break through or not. On the daily chart, folks, ICP, we're at 37 points on RSI, which is great to see. And really, I think that we do need a possible move to the upside to get into some more bullish momentum or bullish territory, things like that. But you can see ICP has held very well the last few months. It's still at rank number 21, which is great to see. But on the weekly, you know, I think what needs to happen is that price just needs to come in here and touch base or get close to this 50 moving average, and then we might see a nice bounce to the upside. So we're going to be kind of getting back into the typical program that I offer. So leave me a like, folks. I appreciate it. I can't wait for you guys to see this film that's now in post editing on the FTX debacle that I was involved with. But yeah, look for Tuesday. We'll start more content then. It'll kind of get back into the swing of things now that I'm back. Now that basically my whole entire YouTube set is unpacked and put back up. So I love you all. We'll see you guys all in the next video. Peace.